Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Vijay and we are learning Python in our Python Mastery series. So, in the past few videos, we learned about looping, we implemented while loop, for loop, and also learned the range function through which we can make our for loop more effective. Now, in real life we do not want to execute a loop till the end. We do not want that if we are having 10 iteration, we want every time to have all the 10 iteration to be executed. In some scenarios we might need that we stop at particular iteration, or let's say we want to skip some of the iterations, or we can make some provision that in this particular iteration we will write the code in future. So all of that things we need. So kind of a we want a more control over the loop, and Python has a very good functionality that provides us to perform all of these operations, and that we can achieve through our break, continue, and pass statement. Okay, so let's jump to our blackboard and see the functionality one by one, and in VS Code we will implement that also with our very beautiful mini project. Okay, so starting with all the three functions kind of definition, we can say that what does the break do? Break will simply stop the loop immediately. Okay, then we have continue. What does the continue do? Continue will skips the current, or we can say required iteration, whatever we require, current or required iteration. Okay, continue will be used for that, and pass we can have a kind of, it does not do anything but it provides a provision. It is a placeholder through which we will keep a provision. We can write or do a enhancement in the code in the future. Okay, we cannot leave blank, otherwise Python will give us an error that we will see in the VS Code practically. Okay, so this is our three keywords through which we can control the loop in a more effective way. Okay, so let's jump to our VS Code, and we will start with the implementation of break. Okay, just a second. Okay, so we will start with the break. Okay, for I in range, let's say 1 to 11, and we want to break whenever the value of I is 5. Okay, else print the current value is okay. So what we are doing, we are printing, running a loop from 1 to 10, and we are printing the value, but we are also simultaneously checking the condition. If the value has reached to fifth iteration, we want to break the sequence and come out of the loop. We do not want to execute further any other things. Okay, so here you can see the current value is 1, 2, 3, 4. It executed till 4, and then as soon as the value became 5, it came out of this for loop. Okay, the for loop was not executed further after that. Then let's see the continue. With the same code, just we will replace this break with continue, so you will get an idea what is the difference between the two. Okay, so here you can see current value is 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5 is not printed because it skips the value. Whenever you write continue, continue will jump from that current iteration to the next iteration. It won't execute anything. So here it will skip that value and will move to the next value of I. Okay, and if I do the same thing with, let me here change the comment because this is for continue. If I do the same thing for pass here, if you see, if I execute this, you will see no difference. Like even if I have not written this block of code, it will print the same output. See, if I'm showing you. There will be no change in the output. Then what is the purpose of writing this? Let's say I want to put a condition that just a second. Okay. I want to put a condition that every fifth iteration, I will have some code that needs to be executed, but right now what needs to be executed, that is not decided. So there is something that will be an enhancement in the next version or something like that. So we are keeping a provision with the help of pass keyword. If we don't write this one, Python will start giving us an error. If I show you, it will give, because Python is expecting that there should be a code that should be written after this if condition. So we are just informing Python that as of now we don't have anything. We will definitely add in the future. So please pass on this iteration without any error. So here you can see, and whenever in future I have to, let's say I'm writing a code that this is fifth iteration. Okay, something I want to execute here. So here you can see at the fifth iteration, it gave a message, then it well printed the value. So that I can do with the help of pass keyword. Okay. As of now I will keep the pass keyword, and in future whatever code I want to execute, that I will add up. Pass is also used in the development uh, scenarios where we are designing a skeleton. Let's say we are designing functions that there will be a payment function, there will be add money and receive money, something functions we are designing. At that time it is used, and in future once the skeleton is designed, the team will start writing the functions. So in the beginning, whenever just they are naming the functions, they keep this pass keyword. Don't worry if you don't understand the functions and everything right now. Definitely we are going to cover in this series, so it will give you an idea. But as of now, the bottom line is you need to remember pass is used whenever, as of now, you don't have any code to write. In future you are going to add the block of code. Okay, that we have seen this all conditions for break, continue, and pass. Now let's say in our example of code cafe, how we can introduce this thing, break, continue, or pass, how we can use. So let's say we are taking a order. Okay, and the order is something like pizza, we are having burger, then we are having uh, let's say coffee, and we also have a exit. Whenever the exit is there, that means the cafe is getting closed. So that should come out of the loop and should not print any further orders after that. So let's say even after that there are some orders, um, we can have samosa. Okay, but at exit it should come out of the loop and it should not print the further orders, because exit is indicating that the cafe is getting closed. So what we will do, we will first we will check if order equal to is exit, then we will break this loop. Okay, because cafe is getting closed. Let's say even if we want to print a message to have more clarity, that also we can do. Cafe is getting closed. Okay, and now until that time we will keep on printing our order. Okay, so if I execute this, here you can see pizza, burger, coffee. As soon as exit message is there in the loop, it will print a message that cafe is getting closed and further orders are not getting printed after that. So this is how in the real life these scenarios of break and continue are used. Now let's say I want to have a similar scenario for continue. So I will have a code, and in this, along with break, what I am doing, let me add one more condition. If order equal to, let's say, mm, coffee in the order, as soon as coffee is there, I will print a message, currently coffee is unavailable. Okay. And for others, I will print, mm, let's keep it order only. In the mini project, we will do more detailing, but here I am keeping as it is, and here I will do a continue. Okay. So here you can see, okay, sorry, I made it in inverted comma. It should be order. Okay. So here you see pizza, burger, it printed, but at the time of coffee, rather than printing that, it printed a message, currently coffee is unavailable, and it did not executed this part further. Then in the next iteration, it printed the exit. At the time of exit, it printed this message. Okay. So what happens if any item is not available? We want to just skip that item. We do not want the entire loop to be terminated. Only that item should be skipped at that time, so we can use the continue. Okay. So these are the example how we can use the break and continue. Pass is generally used whenever you don't want to write a code as of now, and in future you are keeping a provision for that only. Okay. So let's now start with our mini project for this video. And for our code cafe, we will be developing today a smart order processing system. Okay. So what we will try to do, we will try to take an input from the user. If any item is not available, we will print some message that the item is not available. And whenever the cafe is getting closed, whenever we receive a close message, we will exit the entire loop and will come out of that. Okay. So what we will do, we will do a print. Okay. And now we will have a welcome message, welcome to code cafe, with a coffee sign. Oops. Cafe. Okay. And then a coffee sign. We will have a blank list to store our orders. Okay. We will run the loop for forever kind of thing, because we want that it should repetitively ask until someone says close. Okay. So this I will explain you, and we have to take a input also for this one. So we'll take order equal to input, and we will make a enter your order, enter order rather than not your, enter order. Okay. And we will notify user, type close to stop. So let's say you are ordering 2 3 items, and you want to stop after the third item, you can type the last as close to, in kind of indicate that this is the end of your order. Okay. And what we will do, we will strip this one. Okay. And we will convert it to lowercase. Okay. And if uh, order equal to, it's very simple. Whenever we receive a close, we can do here also lower, or we can do right over here. Let's do here itself. Okay. Once we have the message as lower from message as close, and we convert it to lower. Okay. then we will break. Okay, we will break, but let's print a message before breaking so user gets notified. So the message can be lesson and cafe is closed now. Okay, so it will break the entire loop. And if order is equal to lower and equal to, let's say we are keeping currently ice cream as unavailable. Okay, so currently the cafe does not have ice cream, so we will skip that part with the help of continue. But before that we will notify the user that currently, let's message it as sorry, ice cream is unavailable. Okay, and we will continue with the next item. So this ice cream won't get printed in the orders. Okay, and if order dot lower, let's say we are keeping a provision that whenever customer wants a payment, we will introduce some payment system also, but that we are keeping for a future. Okay, so we are not writing right now, but we want that in the menu itself. We will, while entering the order, if customer enters the payment option, then we will have some code that can execute some UPI, credit card, or cash payment options. Okay, and apart from that, if anything is there, we will append in the orders list. Okay, and once this is appended, what we can do, we can print the whole order, whatever the order is, we can print that thing, print with slash and uh, order summary. Okay, that we are going to print here. Also we should put a slash n to differentiate a little bit. Okay, now what we can do, we can print the items inside the order list. So first, if length of orders is equal to 0, we will print a message that mm, there are no items in current order. Okay, so what basically we are doing, we are keeping a check for the null values, or an empty order, so that whenever we have empty order, it will print that there are currently no items in the current order. Okay, and then what we can say, else we will have mm, print, we need to print the items. So we need to run the loop actually for item in orders. We will print with a f string. We will have this symbol, and then we'll print the item. Okay, so in this way each of the item will be printed, and at last, once the else is done, we will print all the items are printed. So we will have a thank you message as always. Thank you for the visit. Okay, so I guess all the things are done. Is there anything else we can do? What we have done? We have a welcome message, a empty list, then we are running the while true. Why we are running the while true? Until this break statement, until the customer hits a close message, till that time this will keep asking on customer for the next item in the order. So let's say you want to order 3 items, it will run for the 3 times until fourth time you enter close. If some customer wants to enter only 2 items, it will run for 2 times, and third time whenever customer will enter close message, it will come out of this while loop. So we are keeping while true as a condition that will be always true until and unless forcefully we are breaking it with the help of break statement. Okay, So this is how the things will go here. The message that we are receiving, we are doing a strip on that, then we are converting to lower, then we are having the uh, condition. If ice cream is there, we don't have any ice cream right now, so we will try to skip that iteration. If we have any order for, let's say, payment, we are keeping a provision for future, so it should not do anything. If we have a close message by the user, it should break and come out of the loop. And whatever else we are receiving, we are appending it in our list of orders. We are printing a order summary. So before that, we should print a message also, that what we can do, we can have a message kind of uh, the item whatever we are adding is added successfully. Okay, so what it will do, let's say here I am adding any item, that item message also user will get. Okay, after that we are running a simple order summary, but this part should be out of this. Okay, once the while loop is completed after that. Oops. Sorry. And then it should be here. So the indentation should be correct, else this will go under the while loop. So I'm just doing a course correction of the indentation. Okay. So now once the while loop is done, all the details are printed for each of the item, then we will print the order summary. And if there is no order, it will simply say there are no items in the current order, and if there are items, it will print them one by one. Okay, let's run it. Okay, so let's say I'm not entering any item, I am entering close. So it will simply printing order summary, there are no items. So this condition I have now checked, first of all, that if I'm not entering anything, it is coming out of the loop with the break condition successfully. Let's say I'm running again and I enter ice cream. So what it is doing, ice cream is added successfully. How it is possible? Here, okay, I have made a spelling mistake. Now let's run it again. Just a second, it's the kernel that is taking time. Okay, I'm restarting the kernel. So whenever we are making comparison, whatever user is entering, that should be exactly matching, else Python won't be able to identify. Okay, ice cream. Okay, okay. So here you can see it is added successfully. This part we need to rectify because it is not adding the ice cream, and it should skip this condition, and we need to have the close now. So if I bring, so it will message me that sorry, ice cream is not available. So this is how it is working. So it tried to add that, but currently ice cream is not available. Let's say I run it again. Okay, so now cafe is closed. Order summary, no item is there, and thank you for the visit. Let's say I am adding the ice item as dosa, pizza, burger, coffee. You can see the items are getting added on the runtime. Then I have a item named what we can say, samosas. And now I'm done with my order. I will say close. So here you can see in a very beautiful manner the whole summary is printed. Whatever the items we were adding, runtime we were getting the message, like we see in our real life applications also, that this item is added to your cart, or in any live uh, things we see, that applications we see. So in that way, and at final, whenever we enter close, the cafe is closed now, and order summary, these are your items that were added. Thank you for the visit. Okay, so this is how the smart uh, order system we have developed, a processing system through the help of break, continue, and pass statement. Okay, so just to repeat, nothing much to remember. Three keywords: break, if you want to break this whole iterations that are going on, whole execution, terminate the loop. For that you use break. Continue, whenever you want to skip the current iteration, that is continue. Pass, currently you do not have any plan what you want are going to do in future for particular this uh, iterations or any piece of code what you are going to write in that block. So keep a pass as a placeholder, so in future you can replace pass with your whatever code you want to implement over there. Okay, so I guess this video will be helpful to you in understanding all the three concept: break, continue, and pass. In the upcoming videos, we will be learning more about different concepts of Python. I hope you are liking this series. Please like, share, and subscribe. And please do comment if you want any topics to be covered in this series. We will meet you in the next video. Until then, happy coding.